leave the office yet.
Like,
I was home for
what,
15 minutes and I came back.
what's your working times? I mean, how is it? Like, do you normally work, what, like from 9 to, I don't know, 6, 7?
During COVID-19, we work from home, but recently we have flexible hours. If you come at 7 a.m., you leave at 3. You come at 8, you leave at 4. You come at 9, you leave at 5. So yeah, I mean, they're working a lot on the KPIs of the happiness and well-being of employees. So yeah, I mean, that's what's going on.
I get it.
I apologize for the noise. They're moving stuff.
That's okay. That's okay.
Saud, is that your name? Like, the pronouncing good? Saud,
yes,
right?
indeed. You guys are doing great. Yeah,
Saud.
I usually get this a lot, especially when I used to travel or when I used to study abroad. They'd always have a problem with my name. Yeah, but you guys are getting it 100%. Thank you.
Let me translate it for you. It means happiness. It means
happiness.
The top of happiness. So Saud, which means so happy.
The extreme level of
extremely
happiness.
Happy.
Basically.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
The same way we feel right now.
You can see he's always smiling. Ohad, hey.
مرحبا كيف
مرحبا Ohad.
أهلا وسهلا.
Salam salam. How are you guys?
Hi, Awad.
Very well. I don't.
Can you see I'm excited? I'm very excited.
Well, all super excited. This is amazing.
I hope the weather there is way better than here.
It's good. I'm speaking to you from Jerusalem, so it's an amazing weather. Nice breeze, nice everything. Yeah.
So this is the difference, right? If you're in Tel Aviv, you're getting stick to your clothes, you know, because of the humidity. In Jerusalem, there is lovely air, and it's really like much nicer over there. But we have the sea here in Tel Aviv, so you know you have to choose your battle.
Oh, well, you gave me 2 new destinations now.
Noah, hi,
hi, Noah.
Hi, Noah.
Nora.
Hello, Nora. Hello.
Where are you from? All of you exactly in the UAE.
We're from Dubai. Well, I'm from Dubai.
So you're from Dubai, and Saud is where from?
I'm from Abu Dhabi, actually. However, I studied in Dubai. All my friends are in Dubai. My life is in Dubai. Rashid is smiling right now because he knows exactly what I mean. So between Abu Dhabi and Dubai, it's not much of a difference. It's a 40-minute drive. So we're both equal. Almost.
Which is the best Emirate from the 7 Emirates?
Well, that's a very good question, Ohad. I can't say what's better or what's not. It's all upon preference. Again, if you like the beach, then you know where to go in Israel. And if you like the city, again, Jerusalem is the place to be.
So Noah,
where can I find the most beautiful views?
Well, I can tell you this in private, so how about I'm afraid. Yeah. A city that starts with the letter D is very beautiful. You should always be there. Nora's quite happy about it.
There's something, you know, what I like about the UAE is that everywhere you go, it's a different terrain, different, you know, atmosphere, different culture. Abu Dhabi, the capital, so a lot of museums. A lot of beautiful monuments, memorials, the beautiful Sheikh Zayed Mosque, the Louvre Museum, Ferrari World. I mean, it's just beautiful. Dubai, you know, lands, you know, big skyscrapers. It's the city, you know, city of business. I mean, that's where most of the people come and invest. I would like to welcome Lior and Iya. I mean, they just joined us. Hello, guys.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You name it Eyal.
Eyal? I apologize. Yeah. Look, by the way, I mean, the reason I did not read right because I wear glasses. So I apologize. I cannot see very well.
That's all right. I guess we're waiting for a few more people to join us, right?
Yes.
Excellent. I mean, there is no rush. I think we kind of like, we started with the unofficial schedule.
Yes.
I mean, which is normally better than, you know, like the small talk is normally better than the formal moments of a conversation. I see Eden is joining us as well.
So Eden.
I want to show you something until everyone joins. Hi, Eden. How are
Can you
you?
hear me well?
Very well, thanks. Good to see you guys. Really happy to see you. Before we start, I want to show you something. So you see this? I mean, it's an Emirati guy. He just posted the time duration from Abu Dhabi until Tel Aviv. And it says 1 day and 2 hours. He said, who's in for a road trip? I'm driving to Tel Aviv.
Amazing.
I mean, it just gives you an idea. It gives you an idea. You know, unfortunately, you guys did not get to know us before. We're very peaceful, a lot of tolerance. I mean, just like you, alhamdulillah, you know, we've been around the world. Saud studied in Canada. I studied in Australia. I mean, I had friends from Israel way before. And it's interesting. The international number, that's, you know, when we dial Dubai, it's, or the UAE, 971. Israel is 972.
Ah.
So see, I mean, it's supposed to be, we
We
were supposed to connect a long
yesterday.
time ago, yeah?
It's really cool to see that.
Meant to be.
So we're really neighbors.
Phone neighbors, yes.
Phone neighbors, yeah.
Absolutely by the phone, yeah.
So
We
you
are
know,
invited
for
for
the
the dinner.
girls,
Yeah.
Do you
Going
know
so-
the building behind me? Do you recognize
No.
the building behind me?
no, Ayal, you have to introduce
So
us.
this is Azrieli Tower.
Yeah, now I can see
This is
very well.
Azrieli Tower. This is one of the major places that people come to Tel Aviv. One of the symbols of Tel Aviv.
It's a
Well,
circle,
look-
a triangle, and a square. But it's nothing compared to Burj Khalifa or anything like that.
Rashid, if I might speak, my name is Rashid Al Falasi.
Rashid, we want to see you. Turn on the camera. Turn on the camera.
No camera right now, but I'm
okay.
very fascinated with the background Iyal has. I actually thought it was Dubai for a second. So I was looking for Burj Khalifa. Where is Burj Khalifa? Where is that? Is he in Dubai? So that was fascinating.
So we have two Rashids. We have Rashidin.
Yes. Rashid means a man of wisdom.
Amazing.
So unfortunately, I'm not. But yeah, I would like to. I would like to
disagree
apologize
with
on
that.
behalf of my friend Rashid because he doesn't have his makeup on, so he can't turn on the camera on. So Rashid,
What?
it's okay. So next time.
I have to say, I don't you. Every person that I met from the UAE was educated. They were students in the university or after.
You're complimenting us, Eden. Come on. I mean, well, the same goes to you. I mean, I have to be very, very frank. And I want to know why. But of course, when we start this conversation, but I'm a bit excited. When I went to university in Australia, and my Jewish friends, they would always stick to a perfect attire. They take care of the way they dress, and they always maintain this maintaining this very classy cufflinks, you know, a very nice attire all the time. I did not ask. I just followed and I started wearing like them. But you know, I would like to know, is there a reason? I mean, or are you just classy people?
We're not that classy, I promise. We're all about flip-flops and tank tops.
Till we can dress up, and when we're on the beach in Tel Aviv, flip-flops and a cool bathing suit, that's enough. So
Even
Well, you know-
CEOs never wear ties. They come in flip-flops sometimes.
Speaking of clothing, I would like to ask about your clothing.
Yes.
It's not
he
only
asked a
me,
good
right?
question
That,
and then ran away.
No,
Okay.
Ohad, we have a
Bad
problem.
internet connection.
Ohad, we have a problem listening to you.
Or is it something else?
right. That's another good thing about Tel Aviv, that the internet
When
might
do
be
you
better.
wear you always wear it? Is it compulsory to wear it?
Okay, look, I think we got this question. He wants to know about our attire. So let me
How do
just
you call it?
talk about it scientifically. I'll talk about scientifically first. Yeah. So long time ago in this part of the world, when we had no oil, nothing, no one really cared about us. So basically, it's a very, very hot area, very hot, extremely hot. So you need something to reflect the sun. So the best reflector is white. So they chose the white dress. And for them to go on camels and travel from one place to another, they need, it's so windy. So they need something to, to cover their faces and eyes. There were no Ray-Bans, no glasses before. So this was a way of covering your face and eyes. And this is what makes sure it does not fall off. So it did not look like this. It used to have a string and they used to tie it. But with globalization, unfortunately, this is now made in China. However, it used to be, it used to serve a certain purpose. So, I mean, it comes from somewhere. And if I may speak on behalf of the ladies, I mean, I can see Ruqayya, Noura. There is a beautiful story behind what the black thing, they wear. And maybe my colleagues here do not know it. I only came to know it a while ago. There was a very famous trader. He used to travel from Iraq. He used to be called Al-Basra a long time ago. And he used to go to Mecca. There was no Saudi Arabia. They used to go to Mecca. And he used to sell garments. And what the ladies now are wearing now is called khimar. So ladies, fashion, they like fashion. They went and bought all the khimars that are green, red, blue, white. They did not buy black. So his friend came to him and he said, look, I sold all my khimars. The ladies are not buying the black one. He said, say no more. I'm going to make them sell for you. So he's a poet. And then he started saying this poem about this beautiful lady that he saw, he does not know, and she was wearing a black khimar. Next day, all the ladies went to the market and bought the black khimar because they want to be that black lady, that beautiful lady. And ever since, the ladies are wearing black because of that famous poem. The poet is called Rubay'a al-Tamimi, and his nickname is Miskin al-Darimi. And I was telling on Instagram, I was telling my friends the story about, it was one of the first techniques of marketing when there was no marketing. And very interesting story. But of course, the ladies now wear it for many reasons to cover up. I mean, also, in Israel, there's a religious sector that also covers, right?
Yes.
We expect you to tell us more about them. We would like to explore your culture. I mean, how many people are we now? Are we all here?
16
Yeah.
Alia.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Sorry, Rashid, I didn't get the chance to introduce myself. My name is Hudayfa Al-Madhani. It's a pleasure to meet you all in this conference, first of its kind. And let's hope that we all get the benefit from sharing the culture and exploring the sightseeing that you want to visit in your country and the one that you want to visit in our country as well. Yep, Rashid.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Hudayfa. I will give the floor to Ruqayya, and then Alia, and then Lubna, and then we go to our Israeli counterparts. Please go ahead, Ruqayya.
Thank you, Rashid. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, so as you heard Rashid pronounce my name, I usually get this a lot. How do you pronounce your name? So in our accent, it's Ruqayya. It's a very old name. And in English, basically, you just pronounce the Q properly. So Ruqayya or Ruqayya. Basically, I am 30 years old. I work in Etihad Airlines, and I'm also the chairperson of the Youth Council. So basically, this is amazing experience. I really wanted to tell everyone about it, but I had to keep it on the down low. But still, it's something that we have a lot of projects and opportunities that we just suddenly thought of, Saud and myself and Alia, that we started brainstorming a lot of things on how we can, further enhance or collaborate our relationship. So I hope this is the start of a great journey, of a positive journey, of a lot of positive and peaceful activities that we can do together as youth. And if you have any questions regarding anything, feel free to ask.
Beautiful intro, Ruqayya. I congratulate you. Nice. Alia, the mic is yours.
So do you hear me? Hello, everyone.
Yes,
My name is Alia Al-Alili. I'm 29 years old, and my colleagues is there, Ruqayya, of course, and down below, Saud. Hi. It has been a while, haven't seen you.
Yes, indeed. I know.
Yes,
we need to get back to the office soon.
Maybe?
Yeah. We'll tell you why later. We'll tell you why later.
Of course.
And we all work for Etihad Airways. And so, of course, in the morning, I spend my time at work, and in the evening, I do practice piano. It's just behind me. So I'm really excited for today. I was so excited when they told me that we are going to have this like a friendly discussion, get to know you more and all of that. And I didn't want to miss it really, although today is Thursday, and I was like, of course, it's just the right time. Tomorrow is the weekend, and it's just the right time to get to meet you and know more about you. And of course, I can see this is the beginning, the open door for a lot of more opportunities in the future. Thank you.
Perfect. So, Rashid, so we are all here, or we're missing someone?
I think we'll move to Lubna. And then we go to Noura.
Hi. I don't know if you guys can see me because I'm outside. As you mentioned, it's the Thursday and I'm in a birthday party. So I literally used myself, came out to my car just for this. So I work in a bank, but I work in like the technology bit. So I'm in charge of developing new softwares for the bank, keeping them up to date with technology and all those things. And as Rashid rightfully mentioned, the abaya colors and everything. Mine is like a navy blue. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's a very dark navy blue. So we do change of the colors sometimes. So you might see us in like lighter colors in the summer and then darker shades during the winter. So
thank you, Lubna. Noura?
Hi, good evening. My name is Noura Al-Awadi. I am a program manager in risk management. I work in a bank with Lubna, my colleague. I basically manage all projects in risk management. I'm tired of this, but it keeps me on my feet. So when Rashid gave me a call and said, we have a meeting with the youths of Israel, are you up for it? Yes. Out of work. Yes, I'm down for it. I'm so excited. And I'm just hoping to know you more, make more friends in Israel. And I really want to learn more about your culture and your religion. I'm mind blown. I'm very excited.
Rashid, if I may, I'm also the other Rashid. You can't see me right now, but I'm Rashid with E.
Rashid, put your makeup on, man. Come on.
Yes, definitely. I'm sorry, I don't have my makeup on right now. I think I've heard a saying that says greatness from small beginnings. And I think maybe this meeting might be very small to you right now, but I do believe that it could be leading to something great and amazing in the future. Many youth or the Emiratis, people from the United Arab Emirates, they are fascinated with earth, fascinated with history, fascinated with tradition, food, learning about different cultures. This is, what our history is based around. That's why it's such a pleasure to be here and seeing you all. We might have, read about your culture, but it's amazing hearing it from you guys. I personally work in the international relations field, in the communications field too. We really, really hope that this meeting would be very fruitful for all of us. And I still think that your background is Dubai.
I hope so.
Maybe Eyal, do you want to introduce yourself, and then we did our.
I mean, if you guys may allow me to add one more thing.
Yes. We were waiting for you to be the last one. You get the honor to be the last one.
Well, it was unofficial at first, but hello all. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Saoud, pronounced Saoud. You can read it as Saoud, it's fine. Ruqayya and Noor are my colleagues, and Ruqayya basically is our boss. She's in the youth council. So just to give you
Aliya, not Noora.
Aliya, oh, I'm sorry, Aliya. So basically, just to give you a small brief of the youth council, where we're a category of the youth where we represent each organization. The organization had a youth council. So Ruqayya is the president, I'm the vice president, and as well as my job in Etihad Airways, similar to Rashid, the other Rashid, I work in the international communication field. It's quite hectic. And the reason why Ruqayya and Aliya haven't seen me in a while is because we have a mandatory national service. So where we have to go and serve our country. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of it.
They have the same.
You have the same. Yeah. So right now I'm serving my country in that sense. Until I get back to the office, I miss them. Just to add to conclude basically what I say, when we meet people at first, where we start off by saying Assalamu alaikum. It's very similar to Shalom. So Assalam, the first word means peace. And our leaders have actually encouraged this peace to come through. And it's just a beautiful opportunity that we can share this peace with the other end, the Israeli end. It's an honor from my end, and I'm sure it's an honor from my colleagues and my friends and family. Can't wait to start this initiative. Small things lead to big ideas, big results, and looking for the best. Thank you all.
I'm very impressed with how very well spoken my friends are. The floor is yours,
guys. To make you proud, Rashid.
I'm very proud so far. Very proud. Guys, the floor is yours. Please do introduce yourselves, and let's make history.
Great, Rashid. We didn't hear about you.
Oh yes.
Although
yes.
we did see your website, which is very, very nice. But we would
my God! You Googled me.
Guys, I just wanted to actually add one thing. You guys seem maybe Aliya forgot, but actually some of us, like Rashid, is known to be as Barisa, and Aliya also is a working mother. So this is a huge aspect that also we want to talk about. The floor is yours, Rashid.
Yeah. Yes. So I think the website that you saw was, I was running for the parliament earlier, mid of last year. And I was trying to become one of the youngest people to make it to the parliaments. I was so close. I needed only 90 votes to make it into the parliament. So I believe what I did was a preparatory one for me for the next time. Hopefully next time I run for the parliaments, I make it. We do have a parliament in UAE. And who Googled me from you guys? I mean, you saw the website. So, I mean, everything is there. I think the information is there. I'm a graduate of International Relations and Political Science from the University of Griffith. And I'm a graduate from the World Nuclear University at Oxford. And I also hold a degree in nuclear law from the University of Montpellier. So I've studied in 3 different countries, and I met a lot of Israeli friends, and finally I can call them and they were one of the first people who reached out to me. And yeah, we're gonna have kosher together at some point. I'm a father of two. I have a son and I have a daughter. The boy is 3.5. The daughter is 1.5. I miss them so much. I'm in Abu Dhabi. They're in Dubai. I have to drive and see them. I'm 33 years old. I'm turning 34 next month. If you guys start operating the flights, I'm going to celebrate my birthday in Israel. So let's start planning it from now. I mean, I expect a big party.
Just to cut you off, Rashid, it's not if and hopefully it's when we start operating to Israel.
Exactly.
Inshallah.
Yes.
I know some people. I know people who work at Ittihad. Maybe they can help us with that.
There you go.
Well,
there
now
you go.
exactly.
Already making business.
I work also in the. I manage international cooperation and government affairs in the place that I work in. That is how I met Rashid Al Falasi. But I know Saud because we support a football team called Barcelona. From we have mutual interests. But now we're looking for an Israeli team to support. So when we Googled, we saw Maccabi Haifa. So if there is another team that we can support, that you guys support, let us know.
We can find you a better one.
Thank you. We'll buy the jersey and go watch football together. Yeah, when we come there. So this is just a short. Go ahead.
I must to be honest with you, Rashid. We are doing lots of great things here in Israel. Football is not one of them. So
same here.
You know, as in friendship,
here.
as in friendship, you have to be honest. But we will take you to a football game. I can give you my word.
Well, here, I mean, we have. I don't want to say much about it.
Let's not go there.
I don't want to go there. It's really
as embarrassing as as Barcelona's loss, the last loss.
That's horrible.
It was 8-2, right?
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for the reminder. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for listening. I don't know who's going to start from your side. Please go ahead and let's engage in dialogue.
Incredible. I will be delighted to start. Autumn.
Go for it.
Give me the opportunity.
Go for it. Yeah.
Great. So my name is Eyal Biram. I'm 28 years old. And I cannot hide my smile. I'm so happy and delighted for this opportunity. I think we are really in a historical moment right now. And I think it's hard to understand the way it's going to affect on a positive way on our life. And I'm very happy that we are opening the new relation after the peace agreement is moving from the politician level from the civilians level. And it's a great opportunity starting it. I'm 28 years old. I know most of the young Israelis here through initiative that we started. We all together. It's called Israel Is. And the idea is to make civil connection between young Israelis and young people from all around the world. When there is no corona, we run a few volunteering spots around the world, in South America, in East Asia, in Africa. And it's really a great opportunity to take it for new areas right now. I discharged from the Israeli army. I was an officer. And in the last few years, that's what I'm doing. And I think our main mission together in this meeting is to start to find the common denominator between us. And I'm sure we have a lot. We will discover it later. Not football. And we can find a better way that Israel can give some contribution for the world. Maybe food, but we will speak about it later. Actually, I want to tell you a sentence in Hebrew. I will teach you if I have the opportunity. Just one sentence in Hebrew.
We want a full course in Hebrew, not a sentence.
So, yes. So it starts from tomorrow. It's $100 for 10 minutes, and we'll talk about it.
I mean, the bankers are here. Noura, Lubna, please do the payments.
This is just a payment between friends. So I will say in Hebrew, and I will translate it after. This is an historical moment. זאת הזדמנות היסטורית בשבילנו כצעירים ישראלים, להיות במפגש הראשון בין ישראלים שפוגשים צעירים מערב הסעודית וצעירים מאיחוד האמירויות. בשבילנו זאת הזדמנות ראשונה לפגוש צעירים מאיחוד האמירויות אחרי הסכם השלום בשבוע שעבר. I will translate it. This is the first opportunity. This is means זאת ההזדמנות הראשונה שלנו, means us, to meet, להכיר, בין צעירים ישראלים, young Israelis, between young people from the Emirates, עם צעירים מאיחוד האמירויות. I want to bless all of you, just with peace, and I'm just waiting for the next meeting that we will have.
Thank you, yeah.
Amazing.
Cool.
Okay.
Feel free to take the stage.
Rotem, it's yours.
Cool. So first of all, I want to thank Rashid. Yesterday was our first meeting. It was my first meeting with someone from the UAE. So thank you about it. It was a very exciting moment. It was a very exciting moment. Rotem is actually a flower. It's the name of a flower which grows in the Israeli desert. My last name is Sharon, which is like a shortcut of Sharaban. It has Arab origins. Originally, my grandma and grandpa are from Iraq and from Egypt. So the Arabic is not foreign for me. And I just say, as you, Rashid, I'm graduated with the political science, also with communication from the Hebrew University in Jerusalem. And now I live in Tel Aviv, working in a public diplomacy organization with Eyal. It's a pleasure to be in here. It's definitely an historical day. Moving the mic to Mo.
Thanks, Rotem. So hi, everyone. My name is Mor. Mor in Hebrew is a type of a flower that you can make a perfume from. It's actually written a lot in the Torah, in the Bible, about the flower that the smell of Jerusalem was the smell of Mor. So that's kind of like the meaning of my name. I am 28 years old. I grew up in a village in the south of Israel. And I just came back from a few years in England. I lived in Manchester, and I was at the University of Manchester for a while, working also with Jewish students over there. So I got to meet also people from the UAE and the area, but never had the deep conversation as we have today. So I'm very, very, very excited. I'm working in marketing. I'm also involved in the Israelis project, and I worked in the marketing industry and in advertising agencies in the past. So kind of like the world of advertisement is kind of like my world. And in general, making friendships with people from all around the world is something that I love doing. But I think there is something very, very unique in this meeting, in this friendship that we create here today, that is the most special opportunity that I received throughout my travels and throughout the times that I met people around the world. So I'm very, very thankful and grateful to be here and meet you all, and hear you sharing your stories, which is amazing.
If you may allow me, if you look at the list of attendees, you'll see a gentleman called Ahmed Al-Mansouri in the list of attendees. I would like to thank him in front of all of you. He is the executive director of Dubai TV Incorporation. So he's a very senior position in Dubai media. I thank him for attending and listening to all of you. He did not delegate this to anyone. I think he's listening personally to make sure most out of this. And before I join you guys, I was hosted on Dubai TV to talk about this meeting. Please, guys, do proceed.
Okay, I'll take it from here.
Yes, Bob.
Hello, guys. I'm super excited. Just like Nora, I received the call from Lior, and I was down to it for sure in a minute. I'm very excited to be here. My name is Bao, which means in Hebrew, open fields. So we are all related to nature so far, right? Rotem and Mo. Yeah. I live in Tel Aviv. I was born here, and I'm currently here. My grandparents from my mother's side come from Libya, and they spoke Arabic at home. So I'm very connected to the language also because of this. Not only the language, but it's like a complete amazing culture that I love. Food, I like your style too, the black and the white. I've been a lawyer for the past 6 years. I worked in a big law firm in Tel Aviv in the international and commercial litigation department at Goldfarb Seligman. This is the name of the law firm.
I just started an MBA program at NYU Stern. I'm not in New York, and this is why I mentioned that, because we started through Zoom, which is very challenging until now. But I'm very happy to be here. I think it is a true breakthrough, and that we all need to take it from here and to continue to connect with each other, because it's all in our hands. At the end of the day, it's one step to a better world and a better future for all of us and for others too. I'm very happy to connect with you. Even after the meeting, you can send me an email or let's just catch up. Thank you.
Sure, sure.
So I'll go next. Hi, everyone. My name is Lior Khan. That's the way that you pronounce it. I know that it looks a bit Chinese, and the Lior is kind of hard, but it's Lior Khan. My name is a connection of two words. It means li, which is mine or for me, and ol is light. So my parents wanted me to be someone that would shed light on others people's path. And I've been trying to do it, but I feel that this is one of the most exciting and emotional moments for us here in Israel. This is the first time that we have a true connection with people in our age in a peace agreement that was done in our times. And sorry for the shaky voice, but this is a dream come true. We've been very excited to have this conversation. I had to invite Baris, she said, a great friend of mine and a wonderful human being. About myself, I'm 29 years old in 1 week, so I assume that you guys will send me a great birthday present after later on. We'll talk about everything, what my favorite colors and presents are. I just came back to Eilat. I am actually your closest neighbor in Israel. This is my backyard.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. If you can see this one right here, the guy that's doing the really cool trick, that's me actually. I'm a beach bum, but other than that, I also have a degree in economics and political science in Hebrew University. I know your pain. Being in the bank is hard. That's why I left it. I met up with Eyal for a coffee, and I fell in love with what he's doing. So I'm running after him. And Saud, also I want to say to you, stay safe and take care of yourself.
Thank you.
And be proud of what you're doing for your country.
Thank you.
And that's it. I really want to thank everyone once again. And I'll teach you another easy word in Hebrew. It's just the word todah. I told my dad today that I'm having this conversation. The only word that he had to tell me is todah. Thank you very much. Both for you guys and the fact that we're here too. It is a stepping stone in our future, and it's the best way to start. So, todah rabah. Thank you very much. And I'll pass it over to Eden, wonderful Eden, to tell about herself too.
Hi everyone, can you hear me well?
Very well.
Yep.
Awesome. So as Lior said, my name is Eden. I know usually people, when they read it in English, they say Eden. That's not the name. Eden is actually the name of the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
So in Hebrew, it's Gan Eden. And I'm 25 years old. I might be the youngest here.
The youngest. Lucky you.
I'll get to where you are, guys. Don't worry. I live in Herzliya, which is a city near Tel Aviv on the coastline. I'm a student. I study computer science and entrepreneurship. And I really love traveling. I recently came back from a few months in South America, which were thanks to Eyal, but I don't work for him. Yeah, and before that, I served in the IDF for a really long time, for 5.5 years, and I was an officer, and I dealt mainly in international operations. So I think I kind of have a common denominator already with a lot of you guys. I also said immediately as when Eyal called, I was like, yes, tell me when it is, and I'm there. I'm really excited about this. It's amazing to meet you guys. I actually got to meet some people in South America, some people from the UAE, which was amazing, but I hope we'll get to have an even deeper conversation, and this is such a great opportunity.
Cool. So before Inanna will take the stage, we'll just
we have Oad as well.
Yeah, but Oad.
Oad is the reason why Oad and Rashid now the reason why we're here today. So
he might be sitting in the dark, but he has a lot of light to shed. So
hi everyone. Hello.
A very quick introduction.
Ohad Origin's name is...
Ohad, go back home. You need wireless connection.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see Rashid is on. Rashid's face is on.
الجميع. احنا كثير متحمسين. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, I agree. Ah, nice. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Are we good?
Yes.
يوفي. Good.
Yes.
So, مرحبا للجميع وتحياتي لأصدقائنا الجداد من الإمارات. أنا اسمي وهاد، عمري 28 سنة. أنا كثير فرحان إنه إحنا هون، وتحياتي لكم وتحياتي للزعيم الكبير العظيم صاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن زايد اللي أعطانا هذه الفرصة للتعرف عليكم. So my name is Ohad. I'm 28 years old. I just finished a degree in Islamic and Middle Eastern Studies and Arabic and Farsi.
Wow.
I could be known as a matchmaker, but it's Rashid who did everything. So
No.
Rashid,
You reached out to me. You
Right,
reached out
right.
to me.
Right.
Don't give me the credit, yeah?
Then you brought the media. So thank you very much for being so open-minded and open to us. I lived in Jerusalem for 4 years until 2 weeks ago. Then I had to move to the Tel Aviv area for work. I'm an analyst in a company of strategic consulting. It's not really interesting, but what I really love to do is being very active on social media. I have the Twitter page, which I reached out to you from. I write in Arabic. I love talking to people from all around the Arab world. And this is also a dream come true for me. يلا نبلش. Let's begin.
Let's do it.
So we're all set besides Inon? Perfect. So before I'll give the stage to Inon, I'll just say that in continuity to what Eyal said, it is an historical day, but it also is we have here a great opportunity to meet one of the communications experts from Israel. Inon is one of the interpersonal communication experts, which I appreciate in my personal life. So he will teach us a little bit about how can people from other countries, other cultures, can actually create connections and bridges between each other. And it's yours, Inon.
Okay. When you spoke, everyone, I remember that I feel excited now, and it doesn't happen to me. I was on stages for more than 12,000 hours. I prepared more than 2,000 speakers, 200 of okay? Stages, this is where I live. And now I'm excited. And it reminded me of a sentence that what is real is irreplaceable. And the goal today is to create something real, not a change of resume, and with all due respect to food and touristic site. I want you to give there is a quote that I love, and then we'll dive in. It's not a lecture today, it's us talking. And it's a Zen quote that says that the goal of words is to give meaning to things. But once you understood the meaning, you can forget the words. And I wish to have met a person that forgot all his words and to have a word with him. And there is a word that they invented in the US 2 years ago. Every year there is a conference that they invent words, things that don't have a word in. And they invent the word sonder, S-O-N-D-E-R. And sonder is the understanding, the feeling that everyone that you look at has the same inner complex world, the same as you do. They are not one-dimensional. And I want you to put on the speaker view like that, you see everyone, okay, if you're not still there. And just go over the faces and try to look behind the eyes, behind the face, behind the titles and all those. Ask yourself questions. Okay, where did they come from? What are their dreams? Okay? What are they passionate about? What keeps them up at night? Okay, how do they want to make the world better? What is the greatest fear, the biggest fear that if they will solve, they will rock it? Okay? And you'll find that you look at these people, okay? All you need is a question and curiosity. And this is what we're going to do today. And hopefully in next week in more meetings. So my name is Inon, I-N-O-N. My Starbucks name is Ian. It's easier. Just I teach communication at university. I work with technology companies on communication. Basically, this is people, human beings is my field, my passion. Behind me, there's no sides of my backyard, just a picture that my baby girl drew on in my office in my room. And what we're going to do today is to create connection between us. Okay? So I want to share. Walton, can you give me permission to share a screen, please?
Yeah, sure. You don't have one? Just a sec.
Okay, so we'll start with question today. We'll give questions, okay, and then we'll move to breakout rooms for 3-4 minutes at each time. A very fast, very deep dive to know each other beyond our resume. The goal is, by the way, is that I have a friend, maybe in this statement, that says, I only do business with friends. If I want to do a business with someone who's not my friend, I become a friend with him and then I do business. This is how it works. We don't connect with resumes, we connect with real people, establishing trust and so forth. So this is what we're going to try to do today. Just a set of expectations, if it's okay. We'll continue 15 minutes on the time that we've set, okay? Perfect. Okay, so share screen for a sec. In the chat, please write, okay, this one. As a child, what did you dream? Okay, what did you want to be when you grow up? We all came from somewhere. Come on, open your chat. Ambassador, pilot, chef, teacher, actress, Barcelona footballer. Yeah, it's a dream. Ambassador. Wanted to be a filmmaker, artist, and a lawyer, and an athlete. Oh, an engineer. Nice edit. Okay, and a chef. Okay, thank you very much. Now, what we're going to do now, this is how, by the way, many startup companies in Israel, this is how we start meetings. Let me go out from the sharing, is the notion that every one of us came from somewhere to this meeting. In our subjective perception of life, okay, people just pop, but it's not the case, okay? You came from somewhere, you're going to somewhere. We're going to divide into rooms, and the question is very simple. How are you arriving today? Okay, what happened, this week, today? Okay, what led you to this moment? So we'll know how do we meet you now before we continue. Okay?
So, if you can make me host again.
Yeah.
So I can wake everybody up.
Thing. Give me one sec.
Are you guys gonna split us in groups?
Yes. Okay.
Oh.
And the
Two groups, yeah.
Today we're going to be most of it in 4. Okay, two Israelis and 2 from the Emirates. And the goal is there's a correct me if I mispronounce it, but جبل مع جبل ما يلتقوا بس بينعدم ما بينعدم يلتقوا. صح ولا لا? Goal is no, the pronunciation is not good. A mountain.
I did not hear you well.
What?
I did not. We did not hear you that well.
We did not hear you well. That's it.
The goal is that there's this Arabic جبل مع جبل ما يلتقوا. بس بنادم ينتهي. Okay, I hope it was right. Okay, let's start. So the question is, how do you arrive today? What happened this week? What happened today? Autumn?
Okay. Yeah, we're good to go.
Hiya.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
I
How
hope
are
you
you?
can see me okay. I mean, I'm in my car. I hope you can see me.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Don't worry about it. I was running back to from work back to my apartment, so it's totally fine. Hi,
Right.
Rashid. Hi,
Is it
Bar.
only two of us?
Hi.
Who else is with us?
We have Rashid and we have Bar.
Hi guys.
Bar, you're on mute.
Okay. So, who wants to go first? Do you want me to go first, or?
Yes, please. Ladies first.
Okay. You're such a gentleman. Okay. So, just like you, I was at work as well, which was really hectic. And I know today's the weekend, but I'm still working tomorrow and day after because, as I said, I work with technology and I'm a project manager. So I'm launching a new product tonight, which we go live for tonight. So I'm working around, so I'm working around the clock. So tomorrow is when we go live. So I'll be part of the, I need to make sure my team is on track. So, so we're gonna wake up early and keep them on track and test everything out, see everything's working out fine, no hiccups. But yeah, my day has been really hectic. And right now I'm in a birthday party. So I excuse myself, sat in my car just to take this. I cannot miss this. It is such an opportunity that the birthday can wait, the party can wait. I need to do this.
That's amazing.
So
I'll take from you. So I just, so as I told you, I was running back from work. Also, I think in the, in our capitalist world, we are all working very hard to live better life. So I'm not that anti-capitalist, but I think that I came actually. I just signed a contract for a new apartment that I'm moving to next week. So that was something I was dealing with a lot emotionally yesterday and today. So this is where I'm coming from. I'm coming from thinking, oh my God, I'm moving to another apartment. I'm sure you all moved in somewhere in your past. It's never a nice experience. To get there is nice, but to pack it's not. So
it's stressful.
Exactly.
It's stressful. I feel it.
Rashid.
Rashid, now you can see me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can see you.
I have all my makeup on and
look excellent.
Look great.
You look very nice. Don't worry.
Thank you. We still have, this is actually the official dress code that we wear. So I've have this on since 8 a.m. We started working from office. Life is back to normal. It's very safe. It's very, obedient to the social distancing and everything related to the COVID-19. My week, wow. My week was good. A lot of good news.
I'm jealous.
I work in the energy. So we've had a good week. The news came to us very good earlier this week. I think it came around, if I'm not mistaken, it was around 8 p.m. UAE time. So, felt happy, slept the next day. I think you guys use WhatsApp too, right?
Yeah.
So we usually have, the WhatsApp groups, right?
Yeah.
A lot of WhatsApp groups. So I woke up the next day and I was fascinated with the amount of, when are we going there? Shalom. I think you can relate, Lubna, right?
Yes.
Really,
I was shocked too. And I'm working and all these messages are popping up and I was like, okay, where do I check first? Like,
wow.
Exactly.
Guys, after we go back to the main room, probably you will ask people to share what they said. You must say it because I'm sure everyone will be very happy to hear it. And also, I think that we felt very much the same. I mean, I'm sure Rotem and Bao will agree with me. When we received the information in one of the evenings, I think, and it was my girlfriend who lives now in England. She's coming here. She texted me. She told me from England that we have a peace agreement with you. So that was very. I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
It was beautiful.
So
just
please,
to add,
please repeat it in the main room because they must hear it.
Sure. I don't want to take more than I should, but just 30 more seconds. Every year, we have a theme. So last year, Lubna, if I'm not mistaken, it was the year of tolerance in English. It's called. صح ولا؟
The year of هي صح بس شو الاسمه؟ It was a year of.
It was
year of tolerance is this year.
Okay.
Yes. So it's
the year of tolerance is.
Yeah.
It was like like in the UAE specifically, or in the world.
It is
every year.
Yeah.
Basically, every year we have like a year of tolerance, year of patience, or year of. There was one which was tolerance was this year, صح?
Yeah.
Rashid?
Tolerance was last year, actually. So tolerance
يمكن. So
yeah, I'll say it in Arabic. It's called tasamuh, which means peace, basically. The UAE population is. I really want you guys to visit here as soon as possible to see it with your own eyes. We are in the year of tolerance. Basically, we know we had the Pope as one of the biggest visits. We welcomed him. We celebrated. We want to show the world our real. I think it says breakout room.
Yeah, we have 60. It says that we have 60 seconds.
But I'm sorry, I think we took more than we should.
Bali, you want to say something?
No, I just want to share my day as well. I had a medical procedure today, which was exhausting. And I started my studies this week. And my visa was approved this week. So I need to plan how to relocate with my husband to New York from in no time. So I had a really busy week, just like you guys. This is from my side.
Perfect. And I would just say with my 10 seconds, well, I got here, I got informed that I got accepted to my second degree in consulting organizations, which is nice. Yeah, I'm so happy. And I'm also happy to be here with you. I think
we didn't have time to finish. I'm sorry.
Everyone, please. I mean, I would like to hear from Eden. And we don't have enough time. And she deserves some time. And you know what, Eden? You get now the chance to speak to everyone. See, that's the good side of it. Please go ahead, Eden.
Nice. So yeah, as I said, I'm a student, and something unique about the institution that I'm studying in is that they start the semester 1 week after every other university in order to bring the students for an orientation week, which doesn't happen in any other institution at the school. So I'm going to be a guide to the new freshmen, the new students on this week. So I had a seminar for 3 days this week, which was crazy. It was like studying stuff on how to teach, and then it was also fun stuff, like we had a competition between all of the instructors, and we had to bury someone in the sand and take a picture with a goat and do crazy things. So it was a crazy week, and it's been really fun. And to keep this excitement going, now this meeting is happening, so it's just amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rashid.
By the way, if you felt that you want more time, okay, it's great. Communication is a physical experience. You feel that you want more, okay? Then you're drawn, you gravitate towards it. So I'm happy. So we'll move to the next thing. And I want to tell you about Google Teams. We'll dive in. And when Google wanted to estimate or to discover what are the teams that were the best with the highest performance, so they'll know how to build those teams, they discovered that the teams that had the highest level of intimacy, not a romantic intimacy, but clear communication, had the highest performance. Now, it's if you think about it, it's rational because people admitted their mistakes faster. People knew their part, and they were all oriented and aligned toward the same goal. What we want to create here is practical intimacy. Practical intimacy is to establish in a fast way trust, to give a space for future creation. Okay, once you have that trust, okay, creation will come. The next question for us, I'll share the screen for a sec, and we'll dive in. It's one that I love. We all came from somewhere. What value or characteristic your parents gave you that you chose to inherit, and how does it implement it in your life? Maybe it's hard work, maybe it's creativity, maybe it's honor to everyone, whatever it is. Okay. By the way, a friend of mine that works in eBay, he says this is the first question that I ask in interviews. Okay, I want to see where did he come from, not as where did we go to college. So Autumn,
we want different people in each room or the same one?
Yeah, we can do different.
Perfect.
Okay. So the question is, what value characteristic did you choose to inherit from your parents, and how do you manifest it in your life today?
Okay, 1 sec.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Hello again.
Hello.
Again, Rataya.
Can you tell us again how you pronounce your name? Rukaya?
Should I give it a try?
Rukaya.
Rukaya.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you
Rukaya,
can say that.
yes.
How would you say it? Like, how would you say your name?
Rukaya.
I'm sorry?
Rukaya.
Yes.
Rukaya. Okay. My grandparents came from Iraq, so I should have some of the accent. Like they spoke Arabic. And my father has a very strong Iraqi accent, but I just didn't receive anything from the Arabic.
We'll teach you, don't worry.
Please, guys, I need you. I need you.
Sure.
Excellent.
So, who would like to go first?
I think
you.
I think I'll give the chance to Eyal. Eyal, go ahead.
Okay, absolutely. Thanks for the opportunity. Yeah. So I want to say it again, but Rashid, the meeting that you arranged is amazing. And,
thank you
so much.
Thank you.
It's a really unique opportunity, and I'm really excited about it. So regarding the question, my parents, both of them are hard workers. My father is working startups from 7 a.m. in the morning till midnight. And my mother we are 5 kids, and she also was in full capacity CEO of an advertising company here in Israel. So I think the main value that I got from them is to work hard and to be trustful for your people. Trust is everything. Trust your friends, but also give trust. And is an important value. So that's my family. What about you, Rukaya?
Beautiful.
Okay, so should I answer? Being actually in a family or in a house, like I mentioned in the previous group, I am the eldest girl, so I am used to being around boys. So the things that the values or the, let's say, the characteristics that I inherited or I actually highly respect is a couple of things. For me, is respect. Never giving up. That's what my dad always says. And he also is a workaholic, and he works in Abu Dhabi. So he says, if I can do it, then you can do it. So he doesn't have that gender kind of biased thing, which I really, really appreciate and I'm thankful for. And another thing, another value actually is patience. Patience is very key because if you actually wait and make sure that you have the right virtue to make sure that you get where you want to reach, believe me, it would be the best sensation ever. I mean, look at us right now. It took us years and years to reach at this point. And everything that is done in the right time feels great. So that's my belief and my values.
That's amazing.
Beautiful.
That's amazing. Right. As I told you before, I grew up in a village. Like I used to go in the streets with no shoes because this is the mentality of the village, you know. We were very like people that love people. You know all your neighbors. Your door is never locked. People can come in, eat dinner with you, and you know just because they were too lazy. It was very nice. Today, when I'm trying to think about living like that in the city. Hell no, but it was great, and I think from that my parents told me that that like I grew up with the values of believing that most of the people in the world are actually good people, like not being naive, but but trusting people in a way that thinking that most people's interests are good, are positive, they want your good, they will help you when you are in need, and I think these are the values that I grew on. Obviously, when I'm getting older and older, I understand that the world is more complicated and you have good and bad people around the world. But in the end, most people are good people who want the good of the other side. And I think this is the value, the main value that I'm taking with myself for my parents.
Mine is, I will go with Eyal's value of trust. I mean, I had it in mind. I just wanted to hear from you first. And yes, I totally agree. I mean, when I say trust, I mean because you only grow when you put your trust in someone, because there is tacit knowledge, something that I don't know. If I trust that specific person, he's going to transfer that specific tacit knowledge to me, which means I'm going to grow. What we need is in our Emirati-Israeli relationship is trust, because once people realize how beautiful it is, a lot of people are going to follow. We need to be the light that's going to light the path for others to follow. I mean, this is what we're behaving with. We have to agree. It's a very dark Middle East. Lots of conflicts. We need that spot of light to move, to start, lightening the path for people to enlighten the way to follow. We need to build bridges, and I believe the first light from the Arab world coming to Israel is the UAE. And I'm sure others are going to follow because they will see the value. Sometimes you need someone to do it. You need someone to break the ice, someone to penetrate the walls. And once the walls fall, people will follow. The movement of people will not be judged. People will put conflict aside, and all what they will look for is living in peace and harmony. So the foundation and the pillar for that to happen is trust. And I believe this is what's going on right now.
Absolutely. This is like I think you should repeat it in the main call, because you more or less summarized the whole reason why we are here now.
This is exactly what I said in yes, go ahead.
The symbol of Israel as a country is the menorah. The menorah was the symbol for Judaism. This is a candle, a big candle that was the symbol for the Jews for decades and for thousands of years. And I believe what you said, this is to light the region and the world with a light of a hope. I think this is the meaning of this meeting, really. Yeah.
Guys, by the way, we have like maybe 40 more seconds. I would just say what we're doing right now, Rashid, maybe we should make sure that next week, if we're doing that, I mean, when we're doing that, we should get many more people, like 50, 60 on each side, and do something like that. I think I can see the conversations are amazing. Do you think it's something we can continue talking about later?
Yes, we can continue talking about later. I started working with Rotem on the next session, which is going to take place on the 25th of August.
So Rotem
but we agreed to make it smaller and grow gradually.
Okay.
Just grow, just piece by piece until we make it a picture-perfect relationship.
I'm with you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, we're back.
Hello. Welcome back.
I don't know about you, but we had a ladies' meeting.
Yes. We got out. Not fair.
Loved it.
We had pizza in our meeting. I mean, you missed out a lot.
You had pizza.
I want to show you something, guys. I mean, this is Dubai TV screen, and this is when they're talking about, as what it says, that as this is broadcasting, the Emirati and Israeli youth are having a dialogue. So good job, guys. Good job.
That's
Amazing.
Incredible.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. Very good, guys.
Hopefully soon in our media as well.
Hopefully.
Inshallah. Yes. Hopefully, yes.
I don't see any time where people think all together.
The last room.
Like, no more of this virgin life.
Okay, so we're jumping to the final room, and it's a question about the future, which I love. It shows you which vector people go to. What do they perceive as worthy? Okay? What future we choose to build. And the question is very simple. 2 years from now, they invite you to speak at TED conference, TEDx, but the big one. Okay. And what incredible thing have you done that they invited you? Okay, something that is out of the ordinary. 2 years from now,
wow.
Speak on TED, and again, break out all resources, all fears, everything. You've made something big. Okay, think about it.
Wow.
Something that we already have done, or something that we're looking to do in the coming 2 years.
In the coming years, okay? Dream big, okay? Singularity University of NASA and Google, they asked, okay, the goal of all teams that come there is to solve a problem that will change positively the life of 1 billion people within 10 years. Not 1 million over here and there, 1 billion people over 10 years. These are the problems exponential problems that we face, our generation. We need to think big. So why did they invite you to speak at that conference? Okay, that's room for today.
Okay, in a minute. Just a second.
Thank you, Rotem. We appreciate your assistance.
Yeah, well said.
Alan Saud.
Ahlan sahlan, Noor. How are you? Ahlan.
Alhamdulillah.
Did I hear a voice that I kind of it sounds familiar to me?
My voice?
Who's with us in the room? Oh, it's Rokaya. Yeah,
Ah,
we work
Rokaya's
together.
voice.
Okay.
We see each other every day. I mean, it's enough that we see each other every day.
Tell me, do you have to be a Manchester City fan in order to work in Etihad? No, I'm joking. But is that like?
I mean,
no.
No, I mean, I really don't like the team, and it just, our CEO, we meet him on a regular basis due to the youth council, and what he told me is that we are all Manchester City fans by day and different by night. So,
a company obligation.
Yeah, and he supports Liverpool, by the way.
Really? The right team.
Yeah, well, we love.
I'm always saying that's true. But I'm always saying the best thing about Manchester. I used to live there. Yes, the best thing about Manchester is that Liverpool is only 45 minutes away from that.
That's what I say about Abu Dhabi. The best thing about Abu Dhabi is that it's 45 minutes away from Dubai. No, beautiful things to see. I mean, go ahead. We'll hear from you first.
Right. I actually did not think it through, I must say. So,
It's a very hard question, but it's an important one. I can try and start and say that in 2 years from now, I will be finishing my degree, Master in Business, and why I chose to go to New York and to do all this terrible process is because I wanted to get involved in the field of social responsibility.
I wrote that down.
And what I really think is that in today's world, we are strong. And when I say we, I refer to us, like the society and the people. And because we are so strong and we have like a lot of ways to communicate with each other and to bring to changes by ourselves, because of that, I believe that we need to demand an attitude of social responsibility from the companies we buy from. So I'm thinking about the big tech. So it's actually like to use their power and strengths to give back to society, because I'm not a big believer in governments anymore. I believe we have the power. And when I say we, it's us, and also like the big businesses that hold a lot of the power in the world these days. And I hope we will overcome our bridge, and this will be definitely a meaningful thing for us all and for me in person. Hope to be in TED. Wow. And maybe I need to record it, you know, and like listen. This is why I've done that, because 2 years ago someone asked me.
You're not gonna forget your friends if you're famous and TED. You know, just remember that listening here, right?
Never.
Amazing. One of you guys.
Ruqayya, right, Ruqayya, since Ruqayya is the chairperson, I say ladies first.
You're the leader. You're the leader. You know, we follow the leader.
Yeah, I always do this to her.
Come back to work and I'll W. Anyway, that's not a threat.
Can I come work at your place too?
Yeah, I want to join you.
To be promoted.
Trust me, never put me and Ruqayya next to each other. Things go crazy over there. Yeah.
So basically, yeah, it's very similar to what you said, Bar, because I'm a firm believer of giving back to the community, and why not do it on a bigger scale worldwide? Because it's something that we need to do more often, like you mentioned, since we have the power and we have all the accessibility and tools to provide such good let's say medical supplies, or even education, or even food, or even many different things for a lot of countries. And I believe this is like the future, to be able to bridge the gap, strengthen the relationship, and create trust, create loyalty, create peace, basically, because we're sick and tired of a lot of negativity that's going on in the world. 2020 is not really treating us well, but we're trying to, you know, row the boat as much as possible. But like you mentioned, giving back to the community, this is the main thing that I would like to see myself in 2 years, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Amazing.
That sounds nice. I must confess, Ruqayya, I took a couple of captures, you know, just to blackmail you in the future. Sorry about that.
He always does that.
Yeah, I always do that. So if you guys may allow me, I'm gonna steal a certain slogan that I used to always see when I was a kid. Back in the days, Nokia was the best, you know, mobile phone.
With the
and
snake.
Used to always, yeah, with the snake, especially the first one where you hit the wall and just lose.
Exactly.
By the way, there's a really good documentary about Nokia. Crazy.
Oh, nice.
I love Nokia, guys.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's amazing documentary, really, about how they invented the phone. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, it was a big breakthrough. Big breakthrough indeed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the first phone that you could actually just carry. They had a slogan though. They used to always say "connecting people." Yeah. I mean, the slogan was beautiful back then, you know, because it was easier to call people. However, in our times, I mean, it's just, you know, with two thumbs, you can connect to different people around the world. And by connecting people, what I mean, you know, coming from an aviation background, especially from the international communication affairs, where I actually initially work in the department, it's nice to see that we actually we as in people, not coming from a certain background nor a nation, that we feel connected towards others due to a certain emotion, due to a certain belief, due to a certain, you know, action. Connecting people on different platforms not necessarily a technological platform, is what I believe that, you know, should be the next step, just to connect, just to show the humane factor that we all come from the same background, which is human, right? I don't know what it is that I might create that to be, you know, so that I could be summoned for TED, but basically the principle behind it is actually just to connect people. You know, when there's this connection, they always say, together we stand strong, right? I mean, that's a Manchester United thing, I believe, right? It's a Manchester United. So since we have 60 seconds more, I'm so sorry I took from your time.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I think that you guys, you gave the best examples. I mean, I'm trying to think. So as you know, I'm working in marketing, and really this world of you know, delivering a message through a very basic through a very basic ad or anything like that. I think this is something I want to be able to develop, and maybe, you know, create some concept of we can deliver messages in this golden era of information, you know, where we can collect information everywhere, and we don't need to be in, doesn't matter which country you're in, we can deliver a message through something very, very simple. So, you know, if in the past messages about unity or about friendships used to be very complicated and different languages and all of that, I think if I was speaking at TED, I would have explained, like, make something up of how through market. Yes, I will tell my friends that well, to be continued.
Exactly.
I'll come back to you when I have the final answer.
One more second, please. We had was it Ohad?
Leo was talking.
Yeah, I just said that, like, right in the last few seconds, I said that the fact that your people really changed in those 50 years, as we spoke, and how patience is a recurring theme in this conversation. I will come to that TED Talk to teach my children how you guys did it. Everything that you've been talking about, every small conversation that we had here was hard work and love. And so I feel as if that is something that, from my end, to hear about you guys speaking so passionate about your country. We have those moments where we're talking about Israel, and we have that same passion for ourselves, and we kind of just have a great mix here. We have a great opportunity to teach each other the same skills that we always talk to ourselves, but to hear it from another side, it's just, I'm in awe. That's what I am.
I think Anon, that is the common denominator between all of us now. You just said it. This is the common denominator. This is the value. We all respect, and we all are passionate when it comes to, and very patriot when it comes to our countries. The reasons might differ, but at least the love is there.
Rashid, what did you answer? Why were you
what was my answer? My answer was that we have a very excellent opportunity to prove something to the world. I recommended to to Eden and Eyal that we can, why not start an NGO between the youth of Israel and the youth of the Arab world, not just the United Arab Emirates. We work very hard to break the walls and the silos between Israel and the Arab world. We light the path. It was explained to me from Eeyore, I think, that the symbol of Israel is a candle, and we will be the candle, and we will light the path for the people to follow, because we're in a very dark Middle East, and we need someone to carry that candle and walk and light the path for other Arab countries to see that, yes, we need peace. We should put our conflicts aside and start engaging in dialogue. So this organization, if we really work very hard in cooperating different fields, education, technology, medicine, entrepreneurship, I think if it works very well, one of us would go and speak at the United Nations General Assembly in New York at some point to explain how dialogue is key to get to know each other and to break all the silos on the walls.
Thank you very much. Okay, I moved again. Okay, the final question is for here. Okay, and it's, what are your most are you most intrigued or curious to know on the other side, on Israelis or from the Emirates? And go deep. Okay. So feel free, you know, there's no order.
Can you repeat the question again, please?
Yes. What are you most curious to know on the other side? In a deeper level.
I will start. I'm sorry, I just will have to go in a few minutes. So that's why I wanted to start. So first of all, thank you all for being here and listening to each other. This has been a wow, amazing opportunity. The thing that I would like to know most about your culture is how did the people there react when they heard that there's a new country that they're going to have peace with? Because we in Israel, we live in a place in which our neighbors, we had wars with them. Some of them we have peace, some of them we don't. And the United Arab Emirates have a very, very special place in the world in which people, all people, no matter what, acknowledge their importance and want to be their friends and etc. So when we find out that there's a new nation that wants us as friends and wants to be part of a dialogue with us, then we're very, very excited because it's a new thing for us. So I wanted to know about your culture is how do you approach this every time you find a new friend? Is it something that you're used to it? Is it something that comes very easily? How are you with new friends from new places, new areas? That's my thing I wanted to know.
Very beautiful question.
It is a lovely.
Rashid, then you answer it.
Noura, Rashid, everyone would share my point of view.
No, you are going to share it. Go ahead, Rashid.
Sure. So, you know, as a country, I've already expressed that, you know, we are almost approaching 50 years old or 50 years of being established. And we've come very far. We are very open to learn about different cultures. I'll share a personal story about how we received the news and as well as other things. I won't take long, just a minute. So I think it was around 1 year ago, the passport of the United Arab Emirates became the number 2 or number 1 as you know, in the global strength index. And I was around Switzerland and Austria border. I hand over my passport to the officer. The news was very recent. We are a new country. Maybe not many people have heard of the phrase United Arab Emirates, but because of our presence in the global industry, some people have heard us. So he asked me that you don't need any visa to pass through the border. And he told me that your passport is the strongest in the world. So I had a colleague next to me in the car. And I said, wow, good news. I didn't know that. Apparently, the news happened on that day. And we discussed between us that basically the only country that back then we could not visit was Israel. And our leaders, our government, they foresee the future and they raise strong fundamentals. And thankfully, that is no longer a problem. So there is many things I want to say, many stories I want to share. I think I was 16 years old when I shared a hotel room in a tennis tournament with an Israeli player, and I got to know about the culture, and we eat the same food, similar language. That was beautiful, and there is much more to discover.
Thank you. Now, we won't have time, and we want to leave, you know, curiosity for next week meeting. If someone wants to, we won't have time for everyone today, but you know, we have a future. So if anyone want to share something that you were curious about, we'll have time for one or two.
Can I go? Because
goodbye. Salamat. Ma'as-salama.
See you.
Take care.
Ma'as-salama,
Bye.
Ohad. Nice seeing you.
We'll talk soon.
Ohad,
Bye-bye.
Ohad, don't leave just a second. Ohad, is he still there?
Yes, yes.
Can you wait? Rotem, can you take a capture? Can you capture the screen?
Of course.
Everyone turn on your cameras, smile, and yes, let's do it. Ladies, a lot of hearts, please.
Everybody smile.
Say cheese.
Yes.
Say peace.
cheese.
Cheers.
Cheese.
Yeah, we got it.
Thank you so much for this
All right.
opportunity, and we will stay in touch. Salamat. Ma'as-salam.
Ma'as-salama.
All right, all stage.
Bye-bye. Stay safe. Put your mask on.
Hey guys.
I thought Nora wanted to say something? No.
Yes,
Yeah,
Nora,
Nora.
go ahead.
Yes, for my Israeli friends. My Emirati family, you guys can leave. It's okay if you don't want to. That if you be my guest. So I want to learn more about your religion. I want to have the chance to visit the Wailing Wall. That's one thing. And then the second thing, I want to learn more about the Festival of Lights. I've heard a lot about it, but I want to see it. I know there's a specific time for that, and I'm assuming it's in the David Tower. I read a lot about it, but I want to experience it.
You know
That
what?
is-
That's the festival in Jerusalem. It's the festival in Jerusalem. For those in Israel that don't know, because not everyone goes to the festival. It's one of the more interesting artistic moments in the city of Jerusalem, throughout the whole city, mostly in the old city, whether it be the Christian quarter, the Jewish quarter, the Armenian quarter, the Christian quarter, Muslim, whatever. There are light effects, and there's light shows of the history of the city, the modern part of the city as well. And there are different paths that you can go. It goes on for a whole week. I actually fell in love there. Had a girlfriend that I met on the way to get in for 4 years. So it hurts my heart to talk about it, but it was a great experience also. So Noah, when you come to Jerusalem, I'll be your guide. You can bring your whole family. We'll do a family occasion. It's the building of David, the Tower of David, is one of the nicer parts to go up to, and you can see the old city, and you can see the new city, and it's really the division between the historic part of the city. If you're talking about east and west part of Jerusalem, but it's also the part where you can see the new part beginning and where the future started. So that building is one of the more interesting places to see how everything comes together in one beautiful city. About the religious part, I'm not as religious as other people in the group, so I feel that I'll take a step back.
Guys, we want to leave anticipation for the next meetings. And I'll finish with a short story, okay, and then we'll say goodbye for today. And it's a story that I love that really encapsulates what we experienced here today. It's a story of an old monk going down a trail in the Himalayas, and he sees a young girl carrying her little brother on her back. And she's sweating, she's struggling, it's not easy in the steeps of the Himalayas. And he stops in front of her, and with bright eyes and a smile, he asks her, "Isn't it heavy?" And she gives him an amazing answer. She tells him, "What do you mean heavy? It's my little brother." Now, what I learned is that when we know why we carry things, it's not heavy anymore. It's not a sand sack, okay? She knows why we carry this. And I'm saying this because we all here have experience, okay? In bringing things to life. Today was amazing for all of us, I'm sure. And our test is to continue with these connections and bondings, even in tougher times. And there will be, by the way, in everything that's real, there is risk. Okay. And thank you for everyone here today. I'm really anticipating for our next meeting.
Thank you.
You know, I'll just say one more thing. First one, we need to do another picture because the last one was horrible.
I will take it now. I'll try my.
I'm not a photographer, so
Everyone
no
does
will
their
take the
makeup
face.
again.
And second thing,
Let me try.
As Inon said, we thought about doing the next session on Tuesday next week. What do you think about that?
Do you want the same group? You want to stick to the same group? Or should we add a little bit more?
Actually, we thought about doing it with a larger group. Maybe like each of one of us can invite a friend or 2 friends.
But we definitely want the people who've been here to stay, not to leave.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Because there are a lot.
You guys must come back.
Yeah, you know, have a lot of questions, so I think that we're all curious to know more and more about each other's culture. So let's make another picture. And I would just say that I'm super excited. It was an exciting evening. I'll remember it for my whole life.
Inshallah. Us too.
So more are you?
All right, guys. I'm trying to take. I'm taking another one. So give a nice smile.
So, say Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
1 second.
Rotem, you have a Spanish accent in your English. Am I correct?
Excellent photo.
You made her so happy right now. You have no idea.
Please share the pictures, guys.
Joder, tía, ¿tú hablas español?
Sí, hablo un poquito. Well, yeah, I speak Spanish, but I don't know from where the accent is coming from.
4 años
comes from TV. It comes from the Casa del Papel TV show. I think you're who?
Guys, have a nice evening, all of you.
Thank you, everyone.
Nice to meet you guys. See you next week.
Thank you very much. Bye. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
I have FOMO, so I want to see who stays last.
Yeah, I want to see.
Yeah, me too, to be honest.
We don't want to leave.
I kicked my family out
seriously.
to be with you guys. I'm staying.
Who goes next?
Yeah, I took a couple of captures.
A proper one, please.
There's never a proper capture of you, Ruqayya, but it's fine. I'll do it anyway.
Okay, do you have an Instagram account?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to
now we're real
swap
friends.
Great
accounts.
idea. We should share our Instagram accounts.
Yeah, how can
Give me your Instagram account.
how can
If
we
you
do
guys-
that?
If we're friends on
Okay.
Instagram, that means that we're real friends.
1 second.
You can
I'll
write.
do something.
Send on the chat.
Yeah, and maybe write it in the chat and like take a picture of it.
I'm not so active though, I have to say.
Can I send the
Go
photo?
on Instagram though.
No, we should have a WhatsApp group. That'll be more.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what? I'm in charge
That's
of.
good.
I'm gonna be in charge of it with Rashid. Rashid has your
Perfect.
number. So
you know, I like
Yeah.
everyone in the group, but Saud, you're my brother. Like we have the same thought
I
process.
know,
You
I know.
We
I
have-
feel it.
I'll
I feel it. I
open
feel it right there.
Hey, so
But however,
are you at home right
Yeah.
now? Like you said that you're.
Well, actually, okay. So it's a funny story. I was telling everyone in the previous rooms that today is my brother's wedding.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Congratulations.
Huge mistake. But yeah, thank you. Anyways.
What's the mistake? The getting married? What?
Yeah. No, I'm just messing. He's getting married today. So basically, in such tough times and Corona going around, there aren't much wedding parties. So we have a small gathering going on at home, and there's a segregation of men and women. I was kicked out of the house, so I came to my sister's house since my sister is there, and and my brother-in-law is somewhere around over there. So yeah, I actually came over here just for this. Usually, Ruqayya, Alia, they know this. So I'm from Abu Dhabi. The past 10 years, I lived in Dubai. So all my friends are there. Every Thursday, I just head to Dubai. Except this Thursday. One was partially because of the wedding. It's 10 p.m. over here right now, and I'm actually loving it. Don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
I actually forgot that I'm in this emirate right now, or the country. I feel like we have a certain globe going around over here, and I kind of like it. So I'm not gonna shut anyways. We'll see who shuts last.
I think we're going to sleep here.
You can play this game.
Guys, I sent a photo with a smile in the chat. You can download it to your phone or to your computer.
Oh, really? Let me check.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
We'll have a
Oh yeah, I got it.
And I want also to follow you on Instagram. Wait, how do you do that?
Please do so, guys. Guys,
Who's
I
gonna-
don't receive the chat, the picture.
You don't see it? Can you?
No, I didn't get it either.
Really?
So if you look at the chat, there's a
I got it.
Molsofu sent us file.
I think I might have got the wrong Rukaya. I'm not sure.
Yeah, guys, don't worry. We'll
You
send
can-
it in a WhatsApp group.
Wait, but
Please,
do you have
yeah.
do you have her Instagram? Oh yeah, she said it.
It's GEAYW.
Oh, you guys are cool. Okay, let me send you mine as well. I didn't realize you sent the chat.
Do you use WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're opening a
WhatsApp would
WhatsApp
be-
group.
Wait, no, this is
And
not
then we
mine,
can just
actually.
send links and it's much easier there.
Yeah, just put the link.
Guys, I just want to show you something real quick. I was at the
Show us.
airport today. Okay, so this is the picture of my story that I'm in the departures. Okay, so I'm really bad on my phone. Hold on. And I asked as a joke. Oh, you can't see it, but I asked what destination shall I go
Yeah.
to? Are you flying out?
What
of here? This is what my best friend responded. Wait, hold on. Oh, no, this one.
Oh, beautiful.
UAE.
Beautiful.
Guys,
My best friend
we
from,
work we work with Etihad Airlines, so we were hoping to actually conduct a first kind of youth kind of visitation. So we come to you and you come to us, hopefully when things get better,
Yeah.
and we'll get to show you a really good time in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. What do you say, Saud?
Amazing.
I'm 100% in. 100% in.
Yeah.
No
me
doubt.
too.
I mean, this is beautiful. I just want to go through the screen actually for now, but yeah.
But I said,
How
like,
far is it from Dubai to Abu Dhabi?
40, it's a 45-minute drive. Depends on traffic.
Is there a big
where you're
difference
coming
between
from,
the areas? Oh, sorry.
Like
So-
from my house, it's a good 1 hour.
Hmm.
So it's an average
Because
of
I
1
live
hour
kind of
drive. Yeah.
yeah, from mine, like 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah, because she's in another emirate.
I'm living like I came from another emirate, very small one. It's called Al Qiwain, and I moved to Abu Dhabi almost 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there a big difference between the different emirates? Like, is it, yeah?
Yeah, we have
We
seven.
have 7 emirates. Yeah.
But do they look really different when you go from one to another? Do you like feel the scenery changes or?
Definitely, yeah.
Like we have some if you go to Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, these areas you will see mountains, and we don't have these ones in other emirates. So you can go there for hiking, camping, and all of
Fishing.
the mountain sports.
Where is the Jiwa desert?
Sorry?
Jiwa desert?
Liwa?
Liwa desert. Sorry, yeah, Liwa. Sorry, I messed up. Already making problems.
It's totally okay. We'll take you there. They have a lot of interesting festivals for cars, car show, and they do I don't know what they call it in English, but when they start to race all the way above to the dunes,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
The boys will take you there. We cannot go there.
I want to join.
And you can take me
Safari,
shopping
I think.
for makeup. You guys are so amazing at this. You can take me shopping for makeup. You guys are so amazing at this. Like all of you. Just
I will share some
seen-
secret tricks
It's all
with
natural.
you offline.
Natural, yes.
No, I actually have makeup on. I just don't do it as well as they do. I need to learn.
Oh, you should come here then. You know, you haven't seen much yet. Trust me. Makeup is making right here. But
I
it's
have
all
to ask a
natural.
question. The hat that you have on, you need to have it tilt to one side?
Not necessarily. It's basically
necessarily.
okay. Hudayfa, so him and I, we have the similar thing going on. The actual formal way, so basically, let me just show you guys. The actual formal way is just to have it like down here, you know, when there's a presidential, you know, walkthrough or whatnot.
well, it doesn't look quite nice because it's a different one. So this is the formal way. And then when we just want to lay back, we put it in the back. However, this is the formal way anyway. So to have this on, we have another type of headwear where it's without this, and we just wrap it around. Okay, it's called the sifra or hamdaniya, and that's how that's more casual. That's how people actually go out, head out. But it's all upon preference. Some of us, I only wear this, when it's formal, when it's a meeting. Most of my time, I'm like, we're in the casual clothing. It's pretty hot over here, so it's better to go light. Humid, yeah. So you'll find a different mixture of Emiratis, some of which are stuck to the traditional clothing, some of which the casual wearing, some of which, like me myself, more into just shirts, shorts, t-shirts, and sneakers and whatnot. It varies. You guys need to come down here and see. You'll be baffled.
You said casual. Now thinking to myself, everyone's casual is different, and so this would be more for the special occasions and for the more formal. Interesting.
Yeah.
I asked that because I saw all of you having it only on one side, like only one side, and the other side was here.
Yeah, most of us, so basically, Hudayfa, you can go ahead, if you want to demonstrate something.
Yeah, I just wanna. This is the official dress code that we are going through, or like we're following. We dress like that in occasions and meetings at workplace. But when we will be going out, it depends on how is it outside. If it's hot, we won't be even wearing not even this, not even the other one, just with our hair, or like wearing a hat or something. But this is the official one. Like I to be honest, I only wear those in like special occasions or like workplace.
So this is a special occasion.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yes.
Wow.
Definitely.
The girls have a different point of view of their casual wear and their formal wear. Trust me. So they're two different worlds.
Long story.
Sure. I love it.
And I'll show you guys how do we or the other costume that Saud.
Yes.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
That's a good idea.
I'll show you how to do it. It's just a white thing, and you can do it the way you like or the way you prefer, as I mentioned, according to your occasion or like the situation outside. But most of our time, to be honest, I'll be wearing this in the summer. I'll be wearing my hat. I'll be going out with my hair. Yep.
Yeah.
This is how it looks like.
That's
be
cool.
Like this.
I kind of improvise that with a shirt when I have like
Oh no!
and I have something to put on my head. I'll take a shirt and I'll like do.
As a dress code or like as a costume, usually we use those two on a kandura or on a dishdasha, which is the white dress. But we don't do that like over jeans or like no.
The differentiation between like showing your tradition and just being on your day-to-day, like you wouldn't have a mix of the two.
Well, sometimes
we could be.
Sometimes people will. I'm kind of into like the clothing sector, so there are snapbacks. So some guys will actually. Myself, I would wear this and a snapback sometimes.
Really?
Some people, would differ with the view. I mean, it's fashion, so yeah. What about you guys? I want to know more because we've seen actually the certain costumes that the Jews wear. And I believe your day-to-day, clothes wear is a tie and a suit. If you go to work, ladies, you have a certain attire. But if you elaborate on the traditional costume, that would be great.
Yeah, sorry.
It depends on where you're from in the country.
It's a bit different.
It's really diverse here because it depends how connected you are to the religion and what kind of stream do you follow on it. So
yeah, it's really diverse. You have so many, like Ohad, for example, that was here. He has like called yarmulke, right? What we call a kippah. So which is more like it's like a small thing on his head. And some people have a proper hat and the tie and the suit and a big beard. Like it really depends on the stream you're coming from within the religion. So
regarding the yarmulke, guys, is it worn all the time or in specific occasions?
So the yarmulke,
no, the yarmulke is every day. Like if you're religious, so you wear it every day.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of very specific streams of Judaism. One is the Orthodox, then there's conservative, traditional, reform, and what you would call secular, but that's a very specific word and not everyone uses it. The Orthodox that you see in the movies with the suits and the hat and everything. So those are Jews that follow, they're Orthodox, and they mostly follow Jewish traditions that kind of changed throughout the years. You know, we were displaced and we moved from places, the Holocaust, the Inquisition, different things that happened in our past in Asia and Africa as well. So those are mostly the ones that you see in America that are what's called Ashkenazi. They're the Jewish people that came from Europe. So that's just well known in the places where they make the movies from. And you'll see very, very different people wearing clothes. If they're from your region of Yemen, there are Jews in Yemen, they would dress completely different, and you'll see that it looks a bit more like your attire, because it's the traditions of where you live and how they develop. And so there's different, the levels of, we'll call it levels or streams of Judaism, and there's different developments from depending on what country you were displaced at, and that also developed differently.
But mostly,
you guys all celebrate Hanukkah. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Best food in
Hanukkah or
Hanukkah?
Hanukkah.
It's an American kind of.
You
can see it in American movies, and we always just kind of say Happy Hanukkah. And
that's the American way to say it, yeah. But if you say it in Hebrew, you say Hanukkah.
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 Yeah. But what I wanted to say about the clothing, what?
7 days of celebration, right?
8.
Yeah. 8.
8 days.
8 days.
What I wanted to say about the clothing was that you have like certain stuff that you have that most of the religious people follow. It just differentiates by the type of clothing, but usually it will be for the girls, it would be something modest that covers the knees and elbows, and some would even wear like a cover for their head, very similar to what Saud showed us before. And the men would have a yarmulke at least, and some of them would even have like the little
sideburns.
Yeah.
What do you call them? What do you call the sideburns?
Peot.
You have so many names to this, but I think peot is the common one.
Peot, yeah.
In Hebrew is peot, but there's like.
Can you spell it? Can you spell it?
P-E-O-T.
Y-O-T. Peot.
Peot. All right.
No Y.
And yarmulke.
Different accent.
Yarmulke, you say kippah. K-I-P-A.
K-I-P-A. Kippah.
Yeah, kippah, exactly.
Yeah, so if we have like, even if you're not religious and you have every Friday night, there's people from other countries and other religions call it the Thanksgiving on Friday. We have a religious prayer, it's a small prayer. We have dinner together. It's a really big thing in the family unit. So even if you're not religious and you're traditional or have kind of Jewish upbringing, like a religious one, you wear the kippah, you'll take it off after the dinner, and then everything is. But if you're
praying, you have the blessing.
Yeah, if you're praying, you have to have it on.
And you guys have this special bread, right?
Challah.
You will love that bread. You will love it. Like, it's a thing
Guys,
everyone makes on Friday.
Goodbye, everyone. Good night.
I think. I hope that
make one of us a host so we can keep on if anyone wants to stay.
I'm just leaving the meeting, so.
But you might end it for everyone if you're the host.
Yeah, we'll put.
Yeah, go ahead, Leo. If you want to go on being the host, that'll be.
Yeah.
I actually have to go as well. But it was really nice meeting you guys. I'll see you next week. I hope.
Next week.
I hope so too.
Inshallah. And again, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we met today.
Pleasure meeting you all.
To see you or follow us on Instagram. Yeah, we. All right. Have a good evening.
Have a good one also. A pleasure.
Guys.
Same here.
If you have any more questions, guys, I have time, and if anyone